Now I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Jace, this is just some MacBook Air clone. And there is some truth to that. But it also represents a major shift in strategy for Xiaomi, because they're announcing to the world that it isn't just about phones anymore. There are two sizes of the Mi Notebook Air, a 12.5 inch and a 13.3 inch. While neither of these fit the typical size of a workhorse laptop, they definitely fulfill the ultra-portable demands of a highly mobile lifestyle. The 13.3-inch model is both thinner and lighter than Apple's 13-inch MacBook Air, and the 12.5-inch is thinner but a little heavier than Apple's 11-inch Air. Both sizes of the Mi Notebook Air feature full HD displays, that's 1920 by 1080. That equates to a pixel density of 176 pixels per inch on the 12.5-inch model and 165 ppi on the 13.3-inch model. Compare this to 130 ppi on the 13-inch MacBook Air and 142 ppi on the 11-inch model, and you're getting more pixel density display. We can't comment on the quality of Xiaomi panel just yet though. Now when it comes to price, this is where Xiaomi always wins. The price of the 13.3-inch Mi Notebook Air is 4,999 yuan or $750 US, and you'll pay as little as 520 US for the 12.5-inch model. While there are some less impressive internals on the smaller laptop, you do get an additional 2 hours of battery life on the 12.5-inch model. These are pretty impressive specs and are roughly 2/3 the costs of Apple's offerings. Now let's get down and dirty with the specs. First up, the 13.3-inch Mi Notebook Air comes with an Intel Core processor i5. That's up to 2.7 gigahertz with an NVIDIA GeForce 940 Max GPU. And there's 8 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM, 256 gigabytes of SSD, and a PCIe with one empty SATA slot for Xiaomi serviced memory expansion. The smaller model comes with some lighter specs, including an Intel Core M3 CPU, and it has no dedicated GPU. It has 4 gigabytes of RAM, 128 gigabytes in the SSD via SATA, and again with one free PCIe slot. There's only one USB 3.0 port on the smaller model, but you still get HDMI and dual AKG speakers. This model is reportedly good for 11.5 hours of battery life, and it weighs just over 1 kilogram. Another interesting feature is that both Mi Notebook Airs will be available in silver and gold, but can be unlocked via Bluetooth with your Mi Band 2 device. Now when it comes to availability, the Xiaomi Mi Notebook Airs will be available August 2nd in China, but no release date plans have been announced for the global markets. I expect that if it does really well, it will open up. We'll wait and see. Personally, on paper, these look great. I would love to get one. They look fantastic and sleek and very affordable. I mean, they're much, much cheaper than the competitors. My only concern is Windows 10. You know what I'm saying. Do you guys remember from like 15 years ago when people were making money hands over fist in the .com bubble? Remember we didn't call it a .net bubble or .org bubble? We didn't call them .biz billionaires, we called them .com billionaires, because that's the power of a .com. Now why is that? Because no domain name extension tells your story with the same degree of trust as a .com or .net domain name. .com and .net domain name extensions inject credibility into your online presence. Save 15% on domain names and web hosting when you use our coupon code ANDROID at domain.com checkout. When you think domain names, think domain.com.